A flying enthusiast spotted the world's largest transport aircraft, the Antonov. R5 arrived on the scene for business, and this flying friend got overly excited. He quickly jumped into his small PPM 960 plane, trying to get closer and record a video to post on TikTok. But tragically, his excitement led to a mid-air collision. This reminds us that accidents can happen when safety rules aren't followed. Carelessness can bring tears to families during what should be joyful holidays. Safety depends on all of us, you, me, and everyone around. Many viewers commented that the plane's landing gear looked incredibly strong. The reason it didn't break was mainly because of the pilot's skill, experienced, calm, and technically sharp. Another story involves a Su-25 attack aircraft that shot down the world's largest transport plane, the An-225, with an air-to-air missile. It was reportedly carrying valuable intelligence and new military equipment. A general gave the order to destroy it at all costs. Then there's the Airbus A380 freighter, which tried to take off from a short runway after being loaded. The pilot miscalculated the plane's fuel weight, and it couldn't generate enough lift to take off. It overran the runway and broke apart on impact. In another incident, an Airbus A319 landed too fast. Its reverse thrust system may have malfunctioned, and the captain had little room to recover. As for the 30M2J90, its vertical tail suddenly exploded and snapped off mid-air, sending the aircraft plunging to the ground. The investigation found poor maintenance. The tail had failed several times before but was never properly fixed. The plane was kept in operation until disaster finally struck. The Airbus A380 freighter tried to take off carefully after being fully loaded with cargo. The pilot misjudged the aircraft's fuel weight, and it couldn't generate enough lift to leave the ground. The plane ran off the runway and broke apart on impact. In another case, an Airbus A319 approached the runway at very high speed. The reverse thrust system may have malfunctioned, forcing the captain to make a tough decision in just seconds. Finally, the MRJ-90 suffered a catastrophic failure. Its vertical tail suddenly exploded and tore apart mid-air, sending the aircraft spiraling toward the ground. Investigators later determined that poor maintenance was the main cause. The tail section had failed several times before but was never properly repaired. Yet the plane continued to fly until tragedy struck. A 319 speeding landing runway. It may be that the reverse thrust system is faulty. The captain chose the hard way. 30M RJ90. Vertical tail suddenly exploded and broke. The plane plummeted and crashed. The cause of the accident was poor maintenance. The rear wing has failed several times. The fault has not been resolved and continues to be put into operation. 0M RJ90 vertical tail suddenly exploded and broke. The plane plummeted and crashed. The cause of the accident was poor maintenance. The rear wing has failed several times. The fault has not been resolved and continues to be put into operation.